everyone, this is my Pan That palette intro for 2021. So I wanted to do a project pan or a Pan That palette this year because there are a couple different reasons. I have so many older palettes in my collection that I really do love. You know, they're some of my favorite palettes, but I never get to use them because I have a lot of palettes. Just straight up, I have like over 120 eyeshadow palettes, and that's not even counting quads, singles, loose eyeshadows, none of that. But I have over 120 eyeshadow palettes. So I wanted to do a Pan That palette this year to really feel like I'm getting my use out of one of my favorite palettes. I did think about doing a Pan Those Eyeshadows roulette. I did that briefly towards the end of 2020. It was on my Instagram, but I wanted to focus on one particular palette this year. Because I really like this palette, and it's kind of has a sentimental value to me, but B, because I will be moving in April, and it will just be easier for me during that time to have one palette that I need to bring instead of having a bunch. So bring on my person, I should clarify, and not in my packed up household stuff. So yeah, that's my reasoning behind doing a Pan That palette instead of a Pan Those Eyeshadows. Even though I do like the Pan Those Eyeshadows system, but I'm just doing a Pan That palette this year. So the palette I will be panning for this year is the Naked 3. I have had this palette, I want to say I got it in late 2016 or early 2017, right around that time. So I've had this for quite a long time. It will be 4 years at the beginning of this year. So I really do love this palette. I know a lot of people have kind of gotten away from the Naked palettes, but I love them. I actually have all of them that have come out. So, but this is my oldest Naked palette, and it is the oldest palette that I have in my collection. I might have a couple older, like, smaller quads, but I should probably get rid of those, but I'm not going to worry about those. But yes, this is the oldest palette I have in my collection, and I really do love it. When I first got it, I used it a ton because I loved it, and also because it was one of the few eyeshadow palettes I had at that time. So my goals for this palette, and I will put in a picture of what this looks like, but so you can see better, but here is what it looks like currently. I don't want to blind you, but yes, there has been some good use out of it, but it doesn't look like it. Let's see here. The shades, maybe Strange and Nooner. They look like they have a slight dip, but this palette really doesn't look like it's been used significantly. Now these are very densely packed shadows, and I've heard that panning Urban Decay Naked eyeshadows can be a challenge. So, knowing that, my goals for this palette. Originally I had wanted to just use it up completely, so completely clean it out, but I recognize just with how hard it is to pan these shadows, and with my work schedule, that's likely not going to happen. So I would like to be able to hit pan in every single shadow. That also might be a little difficult, but you know, that right now, that's my goal, to see the bottom of the pan in every single shadow in here. Now, of course, depending on how things go in a couple months, that goal can be adjusted, but for right now, I just want to see the bottom of the pans in all of these shadows. So yeah, that's pretty much my goals. Hopefully I don't get too tired of using this, but we shall see. Oh, another reason I want to add in that I picked this palette is because for work, we cannot wear like crazy makeup. Like this would be a no-no. So we have to keep it very natural. So that's another reason why I chose this, so at least I can wear it to work. Now hopefully, whether I wake up on time to put makeup on in the morning, like eyeshadow and everything, that will be a challenge, but I'm determined to at least try. But yeah, so that is my goals for the palette, or those are my goals for this palette. And yeah, just I'll post updates on here and on Instagram. So yeah, that's my Panda palette intro for 2021, and I will see you guys, or I will update you guys in a month with how this is going. So thank you. Have a great day.